from the streets of Cincinnati, welcome to the jungle!
Hello. Hope everybody can hear me. I don't know what in the world happened there. I hit start and everything went bye-bye. So anyway, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunipole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the AFC champion North Cincinnati Bengals. Now, do me a favor, if you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. I'm up to 1,526 subscribers. That is awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, do me a favor, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Please go to Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscription button, hit the bell for the notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. And as always, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave, and the Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, so we're off to a rip-roaring start here on Friday. I don't know what the hell happened. Like I said, I hit start and my computer just froze, and then I had nothing. So it could be a very interesting start. But this could be a fun Football Friday show. I got my seat neighbors with me. I got Dale. Let's get him in here. What's up, Dale?
Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
And then we got the Orange Arrow as well. Hold on, let me get him in here real quick. Eric, what's up?
What is going on? You know what it was?
I have
You
no
were
idea.
just so eager to start the show with us that you couldn't wait to have your intro song. You just had to jump right into things, right?
I have no clue what happened. I'm I hit it, and then my computer froze, and I'm like, huh?
We could have recorded for an hour and then realized, like, hey, you didn't hit the live button like I did the other day. So.
Exactly. So anyway, well, normally I share it on Facebook or whatever, but screw it. I'm not doing that now. We'll see
He's over it. That's me.
I'm done. We got off to a really weird start. So, hey, what's up to everybody in the chat crew? Charles, Jake, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
So, this is a fun Football Friday show. And we were hoping to be discussing a potential trade, maybe Collinetti.
Hey, breaking news. The Bengals re-signed Joe Bachie.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding. Joe Bachie. There we go. All right.
Hey, he was solid. Let's not hate on the signing. To be fair,
I definitely like the guy.
Yeah, when our guy was hurt, he came in. You know, when Logan Wilson got hurt and stuff, filled in very good. If nothing else, good depth, good special teamer, good signing.
Yeah,
Yep.
I wasn't upset with it. It just that wasn't the one I was talking about. You know, I was hoping we get, Tunzel or Collins or somebody. That's kind of who I was hoping. I put it out there. I got a feeling that something's going to happen today. I got a feeling. Woo, and nothing happened. I was very
That
upset.
the night's gonna be a good.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're gonna lose viewers. You're gonna lose subscribers. We're not.
Hell, we only got 5 right now. So, I mean, geez. So, maybe it's you, Dale. We just get off to weird starts on the show, when you're on here.
Hey, I keep asking you all the time. I'm like, you sure you want to have me on again?
Of course I do. All right, so I still think there's a chance that Laramie Tunzel would be nice, but in my opinion, guys, I think Collins is the better option, and not as far as talent goes, but as far as he's already signed, he's cheaper, younger. What you guys' thoughts?
Oh, you want me to go first? I'll go first.
I didn't know. That's what's awkward.
Somebody talk. Don't all talk at once.
Yeah, no, I like the Lyle Collins side of things. I mean, either one of them I'd be fine with. But what I like the most about Lyle is he's already played right tackle, which I know. Jonah played some right tackle at Alabama. I think it was just that. Was it the last year or the year before that he played right tackle at Alabama?
I think Jonah might have, like, early on at Alabama, maybe his freshman year, he played right tackle.
Okay. So, yeah, the thing with Lyle is you don't have to worry about Jonah switching and then that creating the problem, because you don't really know in the NFL if his freshman or sophomore tape is going to translate. So that's kind of my thoughts on the two.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Charles here wants to know if we have any new rumors. None that I know of. I haven't heard anything today other than not Ogunjobi. Who is the
Abwehi with the
swinging gate Abwehi has been signed by the Texans, and Dangerous Dan Horde, as a joke, said, "Does this mean opening the door for Collins?" I liked it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
For Larry Tunzel, he was like, "Oh, they've got their left tackle now."
Exactly.
And Cedric Abwehi, they don't need Larry Tunzel anymore. Uday Hoss, what's up, buddy?
Jake says he has no sound. I think it's you. I think everybody can hear us.
Yeah, if anybody in chat could just say that they could hear us, that'd be great.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I mean,
all right,
me and Jeff did record Bengals and Brews podcast for 10 to 15 minutes.
Actually, we didn't record it. We were just standing there talking. Yeah. If we would have recorded it, we could actually put it out. But we meant
to record it.
Meant to record it. Well, yeah, because you didn't hit, start recording.
The best 15 minutes the show's ever had, right there.
Oh, dude, we crushed it. We absolutely crushed it. All right, so I kind of got into.
Thanks, Foxy.
Yeah, Foxy can hear us. Cool. So I got in a little debate. I mean, just friendly banter back and forth between Ace from Orange is the new Black, or Orange and Black Insider podcast. I always mess up their name. On about Gronkowski and how he was saying that Gronkowski said he wants to come to Cincinnati. Now, he tweeted a video out to me where Gronk said, "I'm coming to Cincinnati." And that's all I heard. I was like, "It could be Sin City."
Yeah, he did say, "I'm coming to Cincy." But the thing with that is, you're at the Super Bowl where the Bengals are playing. You're riding the high of everything that's going on. You're more than likely talking to a Bengals fan.
It's Gronk. He might have also literally been high.
Yeah, and like I said, and it's Gronk. He can say all kinds of stuff. I mean, look, and the thing is, because I had somebody tweet me out and said, "Why are you hating?" I'm like, I'm not hating. I don't. If we get Gronkowski, great. That's awesome. That's not my priority in free agency right now. My priority in free agency is get the interior line fixed and maybe get a right tackle. That's what I'm hoping for. So for all this stuff, I don't know. For the Bengal Twitterverse to just go absolutely crazy about Gronkowski, I had somebody tweet me out and go, we got a crater at tight end. Like, no, we don't. We're 99% sure we're going to sign CJ Uzama, and we'll probably draft somebody. And I'm just thinking of how the Bengals are probably going to do it. I don't see them spending $10 million on Gronkowski. I'm hoping they spend $10 million on a guard.
Yeah, Austin Corbett. Let's go spend that on Austin Corbett.
Right. Yeah. So I'm hoping they do that. Like, tight end is the farthest thing from my mind right now. So that's where I'm kind of like, why is everybody talking about tight ends?
Right. Yeah. I think, like we said, when you called me, Iceman, I think that if they are talking to Gronk, it's going to be along the lines of Burrow or somebody calling him being like, "Hey, we want you. If you're more than welcome to come, but we're going to have to take care of some other things first, and then possibly see what we got left." So it'd be kind of one of those deals, kind of a take it or leave it. If you want to come, we'll sign you for scraps. If not, then enjoy retirement.
Yeah, like I told you too, like we talked earlier. I said there's different levels of free agency. So you got your top tier guys. For the Bengals fans, our top tier is Jensen. It sounds, from everything that we've read, it sounds like they're gonna sign him. But I don't know. There's a lot of smoke. When there's smoke, there's fire. I keep saying I have no idea if they're going to or not. I hope they're going to. I mean, the Pittsburgh guys what the sports director of their radio station, who's supposedly a Squealers insider, said that it's 95% sure that Jensen's going to the Bengals. Now that's from a Pittsburgh guy, so take that for what it's worth. Again, I don't know, but it sounds like that is more of the first tier that the Bengals are going to get as far as free agency goes. Now, hopefully, I was hoping this weekend they would, or today they would trade for Collins, because to me that's an easy trade. I mean, if they can get Khalil Mack for what a second and a sixth round, hell, we could give a fourth rounder for Collins. Give a second rounder. I mean, we should be able to get that deal done, I think.
Yeah, and when we were talking yesterday, a couple times,
you guys call me too much.
we talked about La'el Collins. We didn't know at the time when we jumped on my show, Bengals and Brews, shameless plug, but we didn't know what the terms of the deal still was. So it was it was 1 year. We thought if it was 1 year, okay, you wouldn't give up as much. But he's got 3 years at $10 million per.
Yeah,
like that's $30 million for 3 years for a guy who's a proven right tackle. Like, I think that would be it makes so much sense to get him. I think that's why everyone, like every Bengals fan, has just been on Twitter most of the day, just like refresh.
That's been me. And try to get some work done, and try to see what's going on. And the thing is, he fits in the age group too of where the Bengals have signed the guys. You smiling at this one. That's how you smile, Jackie Moon.
Yeah. I love that. Thanks, Script Keeper.
And the best part about it is I don't think he's going to call the 31st overall pick. I really don't. And
I don't either.
If you can get him for a second, maybe a third, then it just makes sense. It don't make sense not to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think the guys from Locked On said something, and I wouldn't mind doing this either, is I think we can get him without getting the 31st, but say we get the 31st and they give us their second round pick plus Collins, and that would give us 2 second round picks. I'm cool with that too, because I think they said it's like 20. It's like it's a higher part of the second round. I can't remember.
Was it a pick swap of like we would give our second round pick?
No, we would give our first round pick and
move
basically just move back to their second round pick.
Yeah, so we would have 2 second rounders
and Collins,
which is identical to not the first round, but it's identical to the what's the left tackle we got from the Bills?
Glenn.
Cordy Glenn.
Cordy Glenn. Yeah. Identical to the Cordy Glenn trade.
Right, and that's why I could totally see us doing it.
We got Cordy Glenn and Billy Price, which, man, at the time I was really excited about that.
Yeah, let me trust me, I was too.
Didn't quite work out how we wanted.
The worst part is as an O-line as a whole, those two were substantially better than what we had, which just tells you what we had at that point.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Once again, Cedric Ogbuehi, who we were talking about.
the swing, exactly. The original swinging gate. Next, then it was Bobby Hart. All right, Haas here says, thoughts on free agent Carlton Davis, cornerback from Tampa Bay. You guys got anything on him?
I feel like he's probably out of our price range. Like, he's right there, obviously a tier below J.C. Jackson. J.C. Jackson's like probably free agent 1 overall. But Carlton Davis, another young guy, another guy who's, been there, done that, Super Bowl champ. I think he's also probably going to make too much money that would make sense for the Bengals. But, hey, they do value corner, and if they went and got him, I think he's a damn good player.
Yeah, I mean, my hope is – good, Eric. Good, Eric.
I just want to say I think that everybody's talking about us being out of the market as far as money-wise for J.C. Jackson and all these guys. But you got to think, like you said, that's the kind of players that the Bengals like to spend money on. So if they – now, I'm not saying they don't believe this, but if they want Cheeto to be the number 2, I could see them signing a guy like that because they signed Cheeto to be the number 2. I mean, they didn't sign him for number 1 money.
Right. Well, he played like a number 1, so that's one thing that's good. And I'll put it to you this way. This is my thought. I would rather them, since Cheeto played so good, rather them get a lower tier cornerback and then draft one in the first or second round, and if save that money, because I would rather have that money go toward Jesse Bates, BJ Hill, and hopefully Larry Ogunjobi. But they're talking Larry Ogunjobi might get 10 mil. If he's at 10 mil, I don't think I think
Yeah, and BJ Hill, honestly, he's probably going to get 8 himself, 8 or 9 potentially.
Right.
Like,
so we got to at least sign one of them. And I think it's looking more like it might be BJ Hill, but that's to me. It's like I agree. I'd like to get a number one corner, but I want to keep the guys I want to our team. I want to keep CJ. I want to keep Jesse Bates. I want to sign him to a long term contract. I want to get at least BJ Hill.
That going offensive lineman,
and I want offensive. Yes, that was the other thing, because I want the offensive lineman, but I want to be able to keep the guys that helped us get to the Super Bowl. And I would love. I'm hoping. This is my dream scenario. We trade for Collins. I keep saying Collins because I just think it's an easier trade than Tunzel. If we get Tunzel, fine, that's cool. But I would love to get him and then get Jensen and then go get a guard. And I'm good, dude.
Yeah, me too. I love that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, and it just, I just keep trying to think of what the Bengals will actually do,
right?
Because we keep throwing, like when first free agents first started, like, oh, we're going to get Armstead, we're going to go get this guy. Yeah, I mean, if they go out and spend the money on Jensen, that's huge. I think that's a big step in the right direction, and that means to me I don't know if they'll go out and get.
It's kind of a big step in the same direction though, because they don't care to spend money on centers, on tackles, and so that's why I think the Lyle Collins and the Jensen make so much sense, because that's what they have historically done. And speaking of historically done, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet or not, but are you guys familiar with the Pick Six podcast?
I've heard of it. I don't know if
I don't believe so.
It's the CBS. They have a podcast called the Pick Six podcast where they talk about football and stuff like that. But they were talking today. They were doing their mock draft, and the one of the guys on there, Trags. I can't remember what his actual name is, but that's just what they call him. But he said that in his mock draft, in his latest mock draft, he had the Bengals moving up 10 spots to the 21st overall pick from the Patriots, and this is his reason why. Because the Bengals don't spend money in free agency. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that makes no sense. So they're going to do something that they historically never do, because they don't historically spend money, which they have the past 2 years spent. I was cracking up when I was listening to it.
That's why I have a hard time listening to national guys, because they really have no clue what's going on. You need to listen to the local guys, and not talk about myself, just. The Locked On Bengals guys and Cincy Jungle and all them, they know more.
Bengals and Brews. Bengals and Brews.
Yeah, Bengals and Brews. Those guys are awesome. Except for that guy Dale, he likes to drink a lot when he's on the show, though. All right, let's get to Jeff.
It's my gimmick.
It's my gimmick.
This is all water, actually.
We're just leaning into our alcoholism.
Right, exactly. Jeff says, do you guys believe the Bengals are going hard for an O lineman? Is that the reason why they didn't make a long-term commitment to Bates yet? I think so. I that's kind of what I've said. I think they're waiting to see how their free agent money works out before they commit to guaranteed money or anything to Bates. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I would disagree, just because I think, like, Bates cap hit, you could work that however you wanted to if you sign him to a long-term deal. When you franchise him, you've got to pay that this year.
Right.
There's no wiggle room. So I just think they couldn't agree on numbers, whether it's guaranteed money or years.
I really think it's a guaranteed money. The Bengals don't do guaranteed money, and I think that's where it is. And it might get to the point where the Bengals might be like, "Look, this is what we're paying, and we're not budging. You either sign it or you don't." And I hope that's not the case, but it could be.
Well, if all else fails, they can franchise tag him next year too. So that's why I'm not really that worried about it. I know nobody wants that to happen, because we want to keep Jesse Bates, but even if they franchise him next year, I think next year his cap hit would only be like 15 point something. So he's still, which is significantly, it's a lot, but it's still not. If he's wanting 16 million, you're still under what he's wanting. So my whole thought is, I think that I just think that they were too far away. And if they were close enough, I don't think they would have done it on Tuesday as opposed to Wednesday or whatever day it was.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, he came out and said he doesn't want to be doesn't have to be the highest paid safety in the league. So like I said, that's where I'm not sure it's the amount of money. I really do think it's the guarantee portion of it. Because like I said, that's the way a lot of contracts are moving in the direction of. A lot of teams are moving in the direction of giving, some guaranteed money. And the Bengals historically don't do it. They'll give you a big signing bonus or whatever, but they don't do guaranteed money. And that's just, to me, it seems like that's where the hang up is. Again, I have no inside information or anything. It just seems like it. Well, what else would it be?
And the crazy part is this is what I don't understand. Everybody, all these players get so hung up in the guarantee money, right? And the Bengals dish out the majority of their guaranteed money within the first 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand wanting to keep the long-term or be the long-term contract or whatever, but if you're getting the majority of your money within the first 2 years, like I just don't understand the hang-up.
Dale, you got any thoughts?
No, not really. I think they should have got the deal done. Like, I don't know. I just, but some people have talked about, okay, Jesse Bates, if he's going to, the Bengals pay out their contracts. So Jesse Bates should have seen that. But his first year in the league, we cut George Iloka because we drafted Jesse Bates.
Right.
So he has actually seen the opposite, which is rare for the Bengals, but he's seen it.
Yeah. That's one of the Bengals rarely do that. You usually fulfill your contract out normally if you're a Bengal.
Well, and we're talking about recency bias here when we're talking about, the Bengals normally pay their players, but we've also said we've heard the Bengals don't spend money on free agency. The Bengals don't trade up. And they've been bucking a lot of these trends. So maybe he is getting a little worried that, like, if I don't get my money, and then what they historically do, maybe that's not the path. I mean, they're getting ready to release Trey Waynes here within the next couple of days. So
what takes the Bengals so long to do that? That's what I'm curious about. We all know it's coming. What are they waiting on?
I really don't know. I mean, I hate to say this, but maybe they just want to make sure they get a guy signed before they do that. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't understand it because they wouldn't even play him last year once he got healthy.
Right.
They were playing. I hope we sign Trey Flowers back, number one, and I'm not opposed to signing Eli Apple back also, but I just can't imagine, like, if you played both of those guys, like, over Waynes, that all of a sudden it's going to be like, oh, Trey, no matter what they do, they're going to put in Trey and trust him, and he hasn't been healthy here.
I mean, only thing I can think of is maybe they're trying to trade him. That's it. Other than, which I mean,
but you would hear rumors about that.
I hear Bengals fans saying it.
I was going to say I haven't heard
I haven't heard actual.
That's what I mean. Like if I feel like if they were actually trying to trade him, you would hear rumors about it. But.
Yeah, I can't imagine that anyone's going to trade and take that contract.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't. For a guy who's only played 2 games in 2 years, I don't know. I'll get the Hostas question here, and this is one that I find very interesting. He says, "Say we sign Jensen, don't trade our pick, sign a free agent, offensive tackle, and Linenbog falls to 31. Do we still draft him?"
I would say no, because as far as I know, Jensen has only played center, and that'd be your center. And Linderbaum, I don't know that he's nothing but a center. He's
a center only. Yep, Linderbog's a center only.
So I would be surprised.
I think he has too many negatives for you to be like, I don't care if we have a center, we still got to get this guy.
Yeah. I mean, if he could play guard, then yeah. But from everything I've read, that he's a center only, and now he's got the short arm stuff. Which, look, if we don't sign Jensen, then yes, I'm all for
right. But if we sign Jensen, we're signing Jensen, for at least 3 years, at least probably $13 million a year, somewhere around that number. We're not going to bring Linderbaum in and have him set as a backup center for 3 years. So I don't see that one.
That's going to be sitting the kid from Georgia, Hill.
Yeah, which I don't know about him, but.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. All right, Bill here has a thing on the Jesse Bates said the hang up is this system. One guy's contract affects another one, which isn't a big deal for players, but affects his agents and other players, which is true because his agent is trying to get as much money as he absolutely can get for his client. I mean, just so he can sit there and say for the next guy, look, I got Jesse Bates this much money. Yeah. But then also, like he's saying, the contract for the Seattle safety. What's his name?
Adams.
Yeah, Adams was
Jamal Adams.
astronomical. So, you know, I don't think Jesse Bates is up there, but that sets the bar, you know, really extremely high. Thanks, Seattle, by the way, for that. So, yeah, it does.
Yeah, but look at what they're going through now, which, I mean, if we're going to talk general NFL, I know it's the Bengals and Cincinnati area podcast, but Deshaun Watson's charges got dropped. And
wait, all of them got dropped?
Yeah, basically. So he's going to be.
Charges. Now, the 22 allegations are still up in the air.
Oh.
But it's just the criminal charges.
Wait, what's the difference?
There was 9 criminal charges. Like, so the allegations are just like the women, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to speak legal because I don't know enough about it. But
yeah. It just seems like now that, you know, that's cleared up a little legally, and, you know, I don't want to. Who knows?
Well, if it's cleaned up, that he's getting traded too, probably.
That's what I was trying to get to is, you know, Seattle, which, I mean, Bobby Wagner's pissed off because they didn't even let him know he was being released. Like, he found that out via Twitter or national media, which is, it's not good. But
Bill says criminally he's safe. Basically, he can't go to jail, but civilly,
right.
Still go. So they go after his money, which is
he can get a settlement and he's got money to pay it. And if he actually did those things, it's a damn shame.
Yeah.
But
Foxy's got a good question. You're talking about Linenbog here, or Linenbog, however you say his name. He goes, what if he falls to the second round? So I don't know. That's the thing. It's like if you sign Ryan Jensen, it really takes, I think, Linenball out of the equation because he's only a center. If you're signing Jensen, you're keeping Jensen for at least, like Dale said, at least 3 years at minimum, I would think. I just think that takes Linenball out of the equation altogether.
Yeah, me too.
See, the problem is when you're talking about the first two, the first 2 draft picks, they normally talk about rounds 1 and round 2 are your quote unquote immediate starters.
Right.
And then I think round 3 is when you start getting into the potential players. So I still don't think even if he falls all the way to pick 63 or whatever that he would even be in the.
I mean, if he's there, the Bengals would go, hey, whatever team, you want to trade up and get him? Because if not, we're going to take him and try to get some more draft pick. I can see the Bengals doing that, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dusty Crawford for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate it, brother.
Wait, Dusty.
He said, I think Bates eventually walks. I love Bates, but safety is not a premium position. No way I'm paying a safety over $17 million a year. Got to prioritize. And I'm kind of glad he brought that up because, and I'm not saying let Jesse Bates go, but I kind of agree that I don't want to pay $17 million. And that's one thing that when you have a championship team like the Bengals do, and we have such a talented team, and we're getting more talent, they're not going to be able to keep everybody, you know? So they have to get to the point where you get like the Patriots, where you cut guys before they get bad. Now, I'm not saying Jesse Bates is there at all. I don't get it twisted. I'm just saying I know the Bengals and Bengal fans in the years to come are going to have to get used to not be able to keep everybody because we draft a guy who's cheaper and younger and, you know, it's just smarter business-wise.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We were just talking about Trey Waynes. That man got paid $14 million a year to do jack shit. And Jesse Bates has been here. He's a captain. He's a young guy. He's a leader on the team. To me, he's more than just a average safety or whatever, because his coverage ability, his ability to tackle, his ability to close, his leadership, everything. I'm paying that guy. I don't care.
Paying him 17?
I'm paying him 15 or 16. And you know, maybe slide a beer to his agent or something. Like, I don't know. Whatever I gotta do.
We'll pay him 16 and a guest spot on the Bengals and Brew. How about that?
There you go.
Jeremy says, You say he paying 15, that would be pushing it. I think 15 at the most, but
yeah, I don't know that he will go over that. Like
that's what I keep.
Number.
That's exactly, Dale. That's what I keep saying. He said it doesn't have to be the highest paid city in the league. I don't think he's going for that. I really do think the hang up. I think he wants to guarantee money, or it might be his agent just pushing, and maybe Jesse just has to go up.
There
You're
it
killing
is.
me here. I gotta go get me a beer. Maybe Jesse should just go up and just walk to Mike Brown's office and said, "I'll take the deal," and just bypass his agent.
Who was it a couple years ago that did that? Was it I can't remember. It wasn't the Bengals, but
Watt for the Squealers.
Yeah, it was JJ Watt. He finally just TJ.
Yeah.
Went in there and was like, "Hey," which actually that brings me to a awesome question for you guys, because since it's a fun Friday,
yes, sir,
we're gonna talk about some things. I heard a very interesting on the TDN network. They do their takes on Friday.
Yeah.
And I got a great question for you guys.
We got
hypothetical. This is what we're talking. What would you guys rather have? 2 TJ Watts, 2 what's the cornerback? 2 Jalen Ramseys, or 2 Deebo Samuels? What would you take?
TJ Watts. And I hate the Steelers, but
that's what they said too. They said they would take
Squealers,
TJ,
Dale.
2
Get it
TJs.
right.
But I like the thought of having 2 lockdown corners, which I think they're talking. They were talking hypotheticals as in like in their prime, not.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Arrow. I 2 Debos, that'd be nice. But I'm more of the lockdown corners. That would especially as much.
But you said 2 Jalen Ramseys. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl? Did you see Jamar?
I said in their prime. In their prime.
Oh.
He got his smoke.
Well, we're talking Jalen Ramsey on the Jaguars as part of the
getting his ass beat by AJ Green?
Yeah.
Because that was him on the Jaguars.
Yeah, that's true.
No love for Jalen Ramsey. Sorry. My hatred came out there. I'm sorry, guys.
Hoss is enjoying a beer with you too, Dale.
Hey. Who they, baby?
You guys are both killing me because I'm at work right now. And
I don't have a beer. Well, I might have right over there. I can go grab one, but I have to get off the show.
I'm going to enjoy this nice room temperature Gatorade over here.
Now, the After Dark shows, that's when it gets real wild. Speaking of those, I think Derek wants to have one tomorrow night on the Bengals and Brews, and we may have a special guest named Mr. Strawberry Ice, Jeff Trinipool.
Yeah.
Payback.
Bengals and Brews After Dark.
I still don't understand how I got blamed for that. All I did was suggest it. I didn't twist your guys' arm. It wasn't that hard.
Well, all I know is between the 3 of us, it was definitely not my fault.
We'll blame
It
Sarah.
wasn't my idea.
It's Sarah's fault. We'll blame her.
Yeah. Marissa.
There you go.
Yeah, Marissa, who was asleep. Oh, jeez. All right, let's see here. We got Jeremy. Oh, yeah. That was effing great, too. Surprised AJ didn't get a contract with the WWE after.
Oh, he slammed him good.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing. No one's ever seen AJ Green mad. Jalen Ramsey must have said some really messed up stuff, is all I know.
Oh, yeah. He's
been playing for, this will be what, year 12 now?
Who, Ramsey?
No, AJ.
AJ.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, year 12 now, and he's only had 1 outburst. I mean, how in the world?
That was it.
I can be the calmest person in the world, but if you're talking about in 12 years, I can guarantee you there's been at least more than 5 times that I've gotten that mad.
But it's because Jalen Ramsey's a bitch. I want that on record. Bitch.
Yep. Good thing I didn't just try to take a sip of bourbon.
All right, Paul here's answering your question here, Arrow. He said 25 picks in 4 years. I really have J.C. Jackson.
Okay, well, yeah, he's had. Let's just take 2 J.C. Jacksons then. But the only thing about J.C. is it worries me that he's just a system player. I'm not saying he is.
They're not getting J.C. Jackson. I mean, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I hopefully they will. It's kind of like the way I feel about Gronkowski. I don't think they're going to do that either. the thing is, we need offensive linemen. I'm like, I want to keep the focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's not lose focus.
Right.
Which the defense, like, I mean, sign Eli Apple back. That defense played great. Keep it intact as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing too. I think that's another thing with the Jesse Bates contract is I think they're trying to do that because we still got the elephant in the room. You know, Jackpot Joey Burrow is going to get a big bag here in a couple of years. So you got that coming too, along with Jamar Chase and T Higgins. T Higgins, they got to start paying him next year. You know, his contract will be up. So.
Yeah, and Mike Williams just got the I think 3 years, $60 million, so $20 million per. And I mean, you know, they have Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. If you want to keep Jamar Chase together with T Higgins, he's probably gonna cost you around $20 million per.
See, and that goes toward my thinking too, as far as this draft goes, that we need to draft heavy defense because the guys that we signed in free agency the last couple of years, they're not going to keep them all. You know, we already got Larry Ogunjobi and BJ Hill that they're not keeping one of them, we think. So they got to be able to replenish the defense, I think. Lawrence has got a freaking paragraph here. I might try to read.
Don't do it, Jeff. I told you not to put the paragraphs up.
All right, I got to get my
I
glasses
will read
here.
it for you guys.
Overpaying players is what separates. My computer stops doing it. Stop moving. A comment came up. Overpaying players is what separates bad teams from good ones. Teams that are successful year in and year out always are able to manage the cap space, and sometimes that means letting a guy walk because he costs too much. Getting another edge rusher, good to getting another edge rusher, good to go with Hendrickson. Osai and Hubbard would be better spent. Those guys influenced every play and taking away the QB's time to throw will allow you to not expose an average safety. That said, I love to keep Bates, and I hope we can keep him on a deal. See?
Yeah, so we're saying basically, I could have summed that up by saying don't overpay for Bates, 17, 18 million.
Right.
You know, was kind of the general point.
Which I think all of us are in agreement on that we don't. Yeah. We love Jesse Bates, but we're not paying him 17, 18 million. I mean,
well, like Derek said, I would just franchise tag him again next year at that point.
Yeah, well, honestly, I really do think about what he's getting paid is what he's. I don't know why I keep thinking that, but that's where I think he's at 13, 14 million a year is where he would like to be at for the next couple of years. So I don't know. That's just kind of what I. It's just a gut feeling. I have no sources or anything. It's just from stuff he said and things like that. That's where I really think it's the guaranteed money that's they're hanging up on. Bill Jordan. There's so many corners available. Carlton, Davis, Russell, whatever, Butler, DJ, Reed Jr. Trade for Danbury. There's a lot of cornerbacks that they can get. That's where I again, and I've said this with the way Lou Anarumo does that zone. We don't necessarily need a shutdown cornerback, and especially the way Cheetah Bates played.
Yeah, and I know the Locked On Bengals guys, Jake and James Rapine, me and Derek, basically that's like they're like the A-listers, we're like the D-listers of podcasts, but
yeah, they're the holy grail of podcasters.
That's duos with Bengals podcast. But anyway, so the name they mentioned was Steven Nelson, who was on the Steelers, and I think he was on the Eagles or somebody last year as a guy that, they would be interested in. So it may be a middle of the road type guy. I think, and Bradbury, I've seen that name from the Giants, but I don't know. And if that's for a trade.
He's up there in age, ain't he?
Who?
Bradbury.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I mean, maybe 29, 30, just off the top of my head, but I don't know that for sure.
Another one.
I thought he was there. I thought he was there back in the Eli days, but I could be wrong.
You got me on that one. Another one that they said too is Hayden, and he's played with the Browns and he played with the Squealers, so that'd be kind of interesting if he came and played with us. Which I don't know.
I've never been a big Hayden fan.
Oh no, I haven't either because he always plays against us, and he usually does.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
So yeah, I haven't been a fan of his either.
I meant his play. I mean, he's been all right in my opinion, but he was really good with the Browns, and then when he got to the Steelers, it was just kind of like he took a step back.
I think the first year or two he's with them, he was still really good. But, yeah, I mean, at this point of his career, I don't think I would want to pay much money. I'd rather bring in a Stephon Gilmore or Casey Hayward. That's another guy who played really well for the Raiders last year. And he's like 33 years old, but he was one of the best corners in the NFL last year.
Well, how much do you think those guys would cost us?
Yeah.
I don't know about Stephon Gilmore because he could still be chasing paydays. That man's made a lot of money.
Too.
He's still if it was a 1-year deal, he may be looking for at least. So Bradbury's 28, a little younger. Yeah, I think he was on the Panthers before the Giants.
But yeah, and the thing is that I think the Bengals still want to stick with their plan they had the last couple of years to sign guys that are in their late 20s, early 30s, like turning 30. You know, like that's the age group they want to stay in. So that's where Hayden would probably be too much. Bradbury might work. I mean, that's about the age group. But like I said, it depends on the contract. They're not gonna.
I'm still thinking draft for another corner, and
I really do. Yes. I could see them drafting a guy because I've said this a million times. If they fix the offensive line, let's just say they trade out of 31. Fix the line.
Yeah.
You fix that, and let's say they trade out 31 to get Collins. We go back to the second round or whatever. You still could get a good cornerback in the second round because my guy Kobe Bryant is probably going to be there. He's going to be a late first rounder, early second round. You get him as your number 2 cornerback. I'll take that.
Iceman, you absolutely love Kobe. I mean,
I do. It's my boy.
You're about the only person that I hear talking about him in the first round.
Here is an interpretation of Jeff with Kobe Bryant.
Hey, you see my hat?
So if you're listening on a podcast, you won't get that. But if you're watching live, yeah,
my Bearcats on. But yeah, I think okay. I'm saying is if they trade out 31, they can get him in the second round. So. But the one I'm worried about, though, for the draft is, like I said, we got to sign Larry or BJ. We got to get another 3-tech. And I don't know if one's going to be there. That's going to be worth drafting in the second round or whatever.
I know a potential 3-tech.
Who?
A guy who is a nose tackle that could be a 3-tech and test it out like he should be a 3-tech. I'm just saying, guys. Jordan Davis.
He ain't gonna be there.
Fan of him.
That man is not a 3-tech.
Yeah,
he is 6'6", 340 pounds.
He's not 3-tech.
He's physically not allowed to be a 3-tech.
And the thing is, he's not going to be there at 31.
No,
he's not. Well, I want if you're doing that, I want Wyatt. I mean, if we have our first and second round
pick, Sauce Gardner. Damn it! If we're just getting whatever the hell we want in the draft,
we're not getting Sauce. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. You guys are throwing out names.
I will say this:
I threw out Kobe Bryant. This guy's didn't like that.
I did see that Majay. I saw he's back up to about 247 pounds, so that's good.
Dude, that was last weekend. If he's dropping and putting on weight that much, that's a little scary either way.
Well, they said he dropped that weight because he was sick or whatever.
Yeah, so which was understandable, but to put back 20 pounds on in 1 week is
that's impressive. That's impressive.
I mean, I could eat Big Mac after Big Mac, and I could probably gain about 20
Derek,
pounds.
you're the skinny
boy.
Yeah,
shut up, skinny. Bitch.
Me and Dale, we can handle that. We can
Let
take
us
care
talk
of
about cheeseburgers. You're the experts about cheeseburgers.
Exactly. This is a big man subject, boy. Let's get the hot.
So who's got the best late night cheeseburgers, Jeff?
Oh, well, if you're drinking,
yeah,
Whitey's.
Whitey's.
I'm a Rallies guy.
Oh, Rallies are good too. I love Rallies. I love the fries.
Those fries.
We don't have, the problem is we don't have that many Rallies around here anymore. They all closed.
Yeah,
that sucks. All right, Haas says, is there
one.
any chance they draft the safety from Georgia in the first round if we lock up the line in free agency? Von Bell's contract's up next year. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah.
I don't know. Louis Steen, I think is who he's talking about, but I don't know that they would draft him, especially in the first round.
First round, yeah, I don't see.
I don't know.
They'll draft.
Who's that safety that's supposedly top 20 right now? I'm trying to think of what his name is.
Well, Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame's like top 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is that what he is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Yeah, because he's like 6'4". He's one of those guys, kind of like Isaiah Simmons from Clemson a couple years ago, that can just like his body type, and he can do a little bit of everything. He can rush the passer. He can play the pass. He can stuff the run. Like,
Yeah, and I
he's
just don't
all
see the
around.
Bengals drafted a safety in the first round. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think there's one at that value point, but if you wanted to look into potentially draft, I mean, they need a safety. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Even with Jesse Bates and Von Bell, they still need a third guy. So I could see them going safety.
Retiring. Excuse me.
Yeah, I could see them going safety in the first round, but the problem is I just don't think there's one with that kind of value.
Yeah, see, that's what kind of scares me a little bit about this draft is the biggest needs on the line and offense and defense. Those guys, there's a very good chance there's not going to be anybody there really worth drafting at 31. Between the
okay,
the
I like.
I
was just saying, Bill Jordan. I hate Michigan, hate him with a passion, but I do like the thought of a mid-second for Daxton Hill.
Well, Daxton Hill, he can play some cornerback too. That's what's good about him.
Yeah, that's what I.
You're talking second round pick, though, right?
He would be the perfect Ricardo Allen replacement.
I'm gonna hop off here, guys.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
All right.
I love you guys. I love all of Bengals Nation. Who Dey, baby?
Bengals and Brews Sunday.
Who Dey, Dale?
See you,
Who Dey.
All right, Eric, it's just you. I get you and me. But we'll get off here pretty quick. I know you gotta get back to work. So the guy you were talking about, are you saying a second round?
Yeah, I think he's a potential second rounder. That would be an ideal guy for us.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I said, that's what scares me. That's why I'm not really afraid to trade 31. I would be fine with trading 31 to the Cowboys and get the Cowboys second round pick and Collins. So we have two second round picks, and we get Collins. That's perfect for me. That's what I'm hoping they do. And I keep checking Twitter. I don't see anything yet. I'm very disappointed. Anyway, man, Dale's out of here. You gotta go to work. I'm gonna go drink some beer. So have fun at work. I'm gonna let you go.
Real quick, Dustin Croft talking about a wide receiver. I like the idea of getting a guy, but the only thing is, I don't necessarily think that they're going to be limited to just getting a speed guy.
Right.
They want to. I think they want to get a guy who could potentially fill. Basically, I know it's hard to do, but kind of be like a Tyler Boyd, where they could potentially come in and take a breather for any position.
Well, they are going to have to get a fourth wide receiver. I mean, that is something they're going to have to find somewhere. And yeah. I agree with that. I think they will. I don't think they're going to sign one. I mean, Michael Thomas, I think, is even a free agent. So I don't even know if they're going to bring him back. So they got to get somebody. And Auden Tate, I love him. But he's going to go sign somewhere so he can be. He can actually play.
I was going to say, I hope he can go somewhere where he can start, man, because I can't wait to see him lined up beside. Could you imagine him with Aaron Rodgers, like somebody like that? Like,
oh yeah, dude, Tate's got vice grips for hands. If it's close to him, he'll freaking catch it. That's one of the things I love about that guy.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers loved touchdown Jesus. Jake Kumaro, he would love Auden Tate.
Exactly. All right, Aaron. Well, I'm gonna get on out of here. Like I said, I'm gonna go drink some beer. You have fun at work, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Have fun at work.
All right, brother.
Drink one for me, brother.
Will do. Holla at you later. See ya.
All right, Who Dey.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you check out Bengals and Brews this Sunday at 2:30. They're gonna have my man Malik Wright on there talking some Bengals. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Those are two of my boys and my seat neighbors in section 158. They're crazy. Just telling you, they're both crazy. If I could show you what Derek is doing right now in the waiting room, it's just obscene. I'm just kidding. Anyway, like I said, I hope you guys like that. Let's get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream. And as always, I appreciate every single one of them. Who Dey Nation, Who Dey Legion, Bearcat Ruckus, The Ice Bar, and then follow me on all my social media platforms, all under sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Turnipole. TikTok is at Iceman90. again, thank you to all the Bengals groups that let me put my group or my page on my show on your page. I appreciate it. I'll be pulling this off later on tonight, put it on the podcast. It's on BeanPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. I would greatly appreciate it. YouTubers, we're at 1,526 subscribers. That is awesome. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the time football season rolls around. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors about sports with Strawberry Ice. I would greatly appreciate it. And other than that, I'm still expecting a trade. I don't know. I really expect Collins to be a Bengal by the end of this weekend. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I tweeted that out and somebody asked me if I had inside information. Nope. Just something I think. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully that happens. Next week's will be fun. We're finally getting to free agency. Hopefully Ryan Jensen signs. We'll get a guard. And we start rolling. Oh, yeah. I don't have my outro music. Let me try to. One second here. What do you guys just say? You guys will listen to outro music? Or you guys want me to just end it? Because I lost everything once I started the show. Because I don't know what the heck happened. It just went away. It was very, very strange. I hit start and it went away. There it is. That's just sports, baby. See ya! Let's go.
In the night, stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black, and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle, dripping heat. Tigers strike the city streets. East side, stand up. West side, stand up. If you rapping, who that? Time to put your hands up. Dingle stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati, jungle fitted. Blue day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who got 'em, who rockin' on? Stripes. Now who